Hey everybody, Mitchell here from the Hockey Referee Resource, and in this video we're going to talk about your general procedures to use at every stoppage of play. So we're going to talk about procedures in general in this video. Every single stoppage might have slight differences between them, but they're all going to fall back on the same general procedure that I'm going to show you in this video. Now, procedures fall into that skills pyramid that you may have seen before, and this pyramid has been used to write an entire book about how to referee hockey. It's not just about the rule book. If you want to see some excerpts from that book or to purchase it, see the link in the description of this video. But this pyramid, of course, positioning is at the bottom, and there's other videos on this channel about your positioning. Procedures in the middle, game management at the top, and then professional skills around that pyramid. And today we're going to talk about those procedures that are in the middle of that pyramid. So when we're talking about procedures, it's always about what you do at the stoppages of play. And it doesn't matter what type of stoppage it is, procedures always follow a standard process at every stoppage. Because you can have different types of stoppages: offsides, icings, puck out of play, altercations, penalty shots, puck caught up in equipment, puck goes out of play. And they're all going to have, yes, slight little nuances to them about where you want to go on the ice and how it is that you manage a stoppage, but they all fall back into this general procedure that we're going to learn right now. So the first question that we have to ask is, what is a procedure? So procedures are all about the stoppages. Positioning is all about what goes on while play is going on. Procedures is all about managing a stoppage with your partner or partners who are on the ice with you. There's three general steps to every single stoppage that you're going to be managing. The first step is to stop play. Blow your whistle, know where you have to go. The second step is going to include the players stopping, but then also you separating the players. So the second step is to separate the players. And we'll talk more about how to do that in a moment. The third step moves you towards starting play with players separating, going to their benches, and then going for line change. And that third step is all about starting play again with a face-off, and then also with line change procedure. Now all of this can be compressed into a nicer diagram, just like that. So procedures are all contained within these three steps: stop play, separate players, start play. Let's talk about that first step a little bit more. So in the first step, we're talking about stopping play. And the two officials who are on the ice in the two official system both have slightly different rules. If you are the one stopping play, then you're going to take up a position on the ice to see as much of the ice as possible, close enough that you can talk to the players that might be getting involved with each other, and also be seen by the entire arena. So that's the official who stops play. The official who did not stop play, the other official, the back official, you're going to come in and you're going to get in between players, and you're going to conversationally encourage them to separate and go do line change procedure. Also, part of your role is being seen. So one of the goals here when you get involved and you're stopping play is to be seen and involved as you're stopping play, which leads us naturally to the second step, which is to separate the players. And in that first step, when you stop play, you stop play, you're already putting yourself in a position to start step number 2. So these steps really run together quite closely. At this point, in order to separate players, that official who stopped play is going to use a combination of their voice and their whistle to get the players to separate. So if you have to blow your whistle a second time, go ahead and do that. But you're also going to use your voice. Nice stop, goalie. Let's go get changed up, guys. Let's go. And you move them on. You're watching the big picture of the ice surface. So you're trying to see the benches. This is the official who stopped play again. You want to see the benches. You want to see as much as possible. And you're only going to get in between players physically if it becomes evident that the players aren't separating and your partner is struggling to get them separated by themselves. The other official who did not stop play, you're going to be in between the officials. You're already there when play was stopped because you've gotten in there quickly, and you're encouraging the players to separate. You're going to use physical position. You're not going to grab players, but you're physically going to be in between players You're going to avoid grabbing anybody because grabbing players just escalates situations. You only grab players if another player's safety is at risk, but you're physically getting in between players. So that's the second step, separating the players. The third step only happens when the players have quite literally separated and went towards their benches. So this is the third step. One official is going to prepare the face-off, and the other one's going to drop the puck, and the other official is going to supervise the benches and then also do line change procedure. How you decide to do that is usually based on whose end it was. The official who stopped play gets the puck, does face-off. The other official does line change. But sometimes, perhaps one of you ends up closer to the benches, and that's the official who's going to go and take the benches in the line change procedure. Perhaps one of the officials has identified a player who's being a problem and wants to escort that player to the bench. And even if that official was the official who stopped play, she's going to stay with the problem players and go to the benches. And the other official can go ahead and go deal with the face-off. So that's what a general procedure looks like. Stop play, separate players, start play. Here's what it might look like. So we're now looking at an end zone face-off. You can see that the officials are all set up and ready for the face-off. We're going to say that the puck gets dropped, goes back to that defender or defenseman, the offensive defenseman. 0-1 gets down to home base. That defense person shoots the puck on net. We stop play because the goalie's covered the puck. And at this point is when we jump into those procedures. So we've stopped play. First one's done. Back official comes in and gets in between the players. 0-1, who is the end zone positioned official, is going to be talking to them. The players have now exited the zone. So 0-2 moves up to supervise the players at the benches and does line change procedure. Everyone gets set up for the next face-off, and 0-2 proceeds back and sets up in position for the next face-off. So in this video, we're going to see how important it is not to skip step number 2, separate the players. Now, it's very easy for officials to think they have to rush to reporting penalties, reporting the goals, and just rush through their procedures, but you have to slow down. So here's a goal scored. You'll see from the right side of the screen, the official comes in, calls the goal, and now he's rushing out of there to go report the goal. No awareness. The other official's getting the puck. Again, no awareness until he accidentally sees the pushing and shoving, but we need to separate players before we do anything else. And then he gets it separated, and now the situation's over. Now, if we watch this again, points the goal, good, come to the net, stop right here and start talking to the players. Do not skate past them. This other official, don't go get the puck, go stand between the players, even if you don't think anything is happening. It's so important to understand the role of the officials to separate players before doing anything else. Stop play, separate players, get ready to start play again. Those are your procedures in every situation.